season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Here's the rookie fourth-round pick, Pierre Strong. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Jones. Got a man, it's Tyquan Thornton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now Jones. This one swung outside to Strong. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
The Patriots at 4-10 now on the year, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he will have a Patriots first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Trey Hendrickson, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
It'll go as just a 15-yard punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11 coming. 11.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
Burrow on play action.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it. And the Pats are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Harris running straight ahead. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Bengals have recovered it. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
12.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one.
Here we go.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
11.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
11.
On third down, Burrow. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
Marcus Jones picks it, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We score. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
11 mighty, 11 mighty. 12, 12, 12.
First down. Here's Burrow.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Here we go, here we go.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
11, 11.
Mixing up the middle.
And he's got it down to the 28.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Gun, gun.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
11, 11, 11.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
52 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And the Bengals are going to be looking at a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
Here we go. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11, 11, 11.
Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they take the lead here at 7-6.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Take it in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Strong. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. DJ Reader there on the tackle. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
Here we go.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
11 coming.
Now it's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
On 2. 11 MT. 11 MT. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
throw on first down with Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Ready?
Second down at 4.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 12.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
11-90.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this is potentially a nervy situation this close to their own goal line. Now Jones to throw from his end zone. And this one complete to Smith. He's up to the 20, and he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey. And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Throwing on second and 14. Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
3rd and 2. Now Burrow finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here we go.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
I'm fine, ready?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Mixon running wide side. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
11, Tommy.
Now Burrow. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Here we go, here we go. 11.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Open man is complete to Higgins. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
I'm one, right?
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dietrich Wise Jr. in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Burrow will throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Jones over the middle, complete. That's Parker. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals, JD. And now both of these defenses have something to brag about following this one, each with a pick 6 today.
They are even there, but we still have to decide a winner, don't we, partner? And what they really want to brag about after this one is getting that W. The turnovers are great. Can they make plays now that tilt the balance in their favor?
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Von Bell up to make the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 29, Jones, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 1, ready?
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
11.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Take it in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call.
Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s? Oh, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Taken in at the 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Patriots. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles. At that time, a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there forcing the incompletion and bringing up.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people, but in this case, probably a step too far because not only does it not work, but look at the field position they gave up after the attempt.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
New England on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing, Jones. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run again with Harris. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Now Jones. Dancing to his left. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down, and the Bengals will get the football back.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10
at their own 13.
They'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And he's out right at the 25.
And even 100 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here we go. 11.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 27, Burrow.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Here we go.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Here we go.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mixon. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee.
On 2.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for the Bengals, the win is number 9 for them on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for New England, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they will be at home next week to take